Now on Fast and Loud.
Front end's off.
Hot rod hunter Richard Rawlings and master mechanic Aaron Kaufman take on a broken-down workhorse with a sketchy past.
I don't know if this is his van or his house.
But this old Chevy van needs more than good loving.
Sexy, sexy, sexy.
So Dr. Kaufman finds a likely donor for a powertrain transplant to resurrect the van and create Richard's dream getaway vehicle.
Look. Holy God! What do we got that'll kill him?
Plus, an old friend shows up sporting some new wrinkles.
Just blows my mind.
And after hiding for a lifetime, Richard and Aaron uncover one family's hidden gem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will the monkeys be able to pull off this remarkable transformation?
Screw you, Rocks!
Or will Richard's secret plan leave them clueless?
What in the hell is this?
It's a primitive bra.
Oh, you're on fire. Watch out.
This is the shiznit.
So, I just got back from Barrett-Jackson a couple of days ago, and I've been running around catching up on errands. Well, I got an empty trailer, and I got some Hondos in my pocket, so I'm thinking, well, keep your eyes open, Richie. You never know what you're gonna find. Sure enough, on the side of the road, there's a blue Chevy G10 van. $300. And I swear I saw that sign say $300. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a $300 van, but it looked to be in pretty good shape. I mean, it's a little dirty, but it wasn't beat up, and it wasn't dented. And for $300, come on. I mean, that's a $1,000 vehicle all day long. You can use it to haul carpet or, you know, hay for your girlfriend or, you know, whatever. It's great. I like it. Sure enough, there's a guy sitting there on the curb. This your van?
Yeah, you looking to buy a van?
Well, I don't know. It caught my eye when I came around the corner.
It is an eye catcher. My name's Russell. I've had this van for about 7 or 8 years.
Door don't work. Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah. Everything works.
Well, you got everything you need in life in there. You got some paint, you got some sheepskin, you got a rug, a vacuum cleaner.
If you just had a front porch, you'd have everything.
I don't know if this is his van or his house. When Chevy started building the G10 utility van, well, people kind of saw them as the perfect getaway vehicle.
Hey, what the?
Well, you know what? They were right. Folks started tricking them out with custom interiors, crazy paint jobs, making them into mini mobile homes they could take out for a completely different kind of getaway.
$500, you could almost drive it off today.
The sign says $300.
Does it? Well, I was trying to make an extra couple $100. $300 today only.
Doesn't run, leave number. You're rolling around sitting on a curb with a busted-ass van, but you got a cell phone?
Yeah, it wasn't a busted-ass van when it was running.
I buy weird stuff sometimes when I'm out here by myself, and the guys will chastise me a little bit, but it always makes money, so I'm not worried about it. And I'm damn sure not worried about making money on a $300 van. All right, man, well, I'm not even gonna argue. It's straight, and it looks like it'll clean up. $300 is fine with me. If we can get it running and driving and it's something minimal, I can flip this thing for $1,000. So give him his $300 and off he goes.
Go buy me a taco now.
Get one. Like they say, you make your money when you buy, and I just made some money. Woo!
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Look at this.
It's pretty crazy, man. It was on the side of the road, and I snagged it up for $300.
$300?
Hasn't run in a while,
You don't say.
but it's really straight and really rust-free. Just clean it up, buff it out, and be done. Sell it. It's got to work from $300, man.
100% it works from $300.
If you want to settle for that, I think we should have some fun with it.
I really like it.
Every time I think I've seen it all around here, Richard pulls in with something even more strange. And I gotta say, this van definitely fits the bill.
But I love the truck.
I love it too. That's why I bought it. I mean, I thought it was too cheap. I would have still bought it even at $1,000. You know, I think I can flip this for $2,000 once we get it cleaned up.
Yeah, Richard could flip this, but I think it provides a tantalizing opportunity. Heck, I think we ought to build it.
I really like it. Personally, what I'd like to see happen is make this a 4-wheel drive van.
You mean like 70s excursion van? I love those.
Exactly.
I swear to God, if we don't make this thing 4-wheel drive.
I hadn't considered building this van, but I love the idea. I mean, a 4-wheel drive, off-road excursion van, that's not something you'd expect from Gas Monkey. Keep talking, Aaron.
I think this right here is sexy, sexy, sexy.
You know, I'm definitely smelling what Aaron's dropping, but I'm not quite ready to pull the trigger yet. We've got an appointment to check out a car that I've already pegged to be our next big build, so we'll see where that goes, and then I'll decide which one I want to put time and money into. All right, well, I'll have them get it off the truck, and we can go see a man about a car. One that won't scare kids if we drive past the school.
Yeah, it don't have brakes.
Check this out, 71 CUDA.
Yeah?
Been in the garage 38 years. The guy called me, actually,
Yeah.
and he says, my brother had this car, he recently passed away, I want to sell it. And he starts telling me the story. I'm like, so you're telling me that you got a 71 340 CUDA, power steering, power brakes, AC, and it's been in the garage for 38 years, 7.5 miles from the shop.
I don't disbelieve it. I'm curious what it looks like, though.
Well, I mean, it could be worth, I don't know, 35, 40 if it was up running and driving, so if we can get it bought for a quarter, that'd be good. We've never had a CUDA in the shop, ever. I mean, I've never bought a CUDA whatsoever. People in the neighborhood had to know the car was there. Somebody had to have tried to talk him out of it.
Well, it's possible.
Well, I just opened the garage door, and it's a four-door Nova.
Well, at least we're 7.5 miles from the shop.
Cool. Hey, sir. Richard Rawlings.
Dale Thede.
Dale, how you doing?
My name's Dale. My brother, Tony, bought the CUDA about in 1973.
Let's pop it open.
That was his first car when he was in high school. Yes, sir.
I'm not sure what to expect. I mean, do we got a rusted-out junk box in there? You know, is it all beat up, halfway torn apart because they were gonna restore it one day or what have you? Wow.
Wow. You aren't kidding, huh?
Rad. That's what I'm talking about. Sure enough, that's no Nova. That's a 71 Plymouth Barracuda. It's pretty tight in here. Can we roll it out?
Yes.
There we go. We're rolling now. If you're a car guy, 71 CUDA, I mean, that is the CUDA to have. And this car's a 340 car with automatic, power steering, power brakes, and AC. Holy cow. Which was a pretty rare option in 71 to set up a CUDA that way. Plymouth Barracuda was always trying to take a bite out of Ford's Mustang. It may not have been first in sales, but when it came to muscle cars, 71 CUDA was a prize catch. In 1971, production dropped to about 18,000 for the year, which makes them a little bit harder to find today.
He parked it way back in the 80s because gasoline was too high.
Gasoline was too high?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna put it on the road these days, then. The car's incredibly straight, no major rust issues.
Man, it is clean. I mean, it's a straight rust-free body, and these cars are bad about rusting.
I mean, it really is everything we expected it to be.
My brother bought it just one street over in Grapevine in the 70s.
Really?
Yes.
So he was driving this car in 73
Yes.
to junior college.
Yes.
Wow. What I really liked about the story was that it was sold here new and, you know, local car, never left, been in this garage for almost 40 years. It's pretty daggum cool. All right, how much is it? I got a truck and trailer.
Well, I'd like to have 30 for it.
Ugh.
I'd like to have lunch, too.
Yeah, me too.
So while Richard's negotiating the deal, my opinion about the value of the cars is I think that it probably is kind of a mid-30 car. I really feel like we've got a chance to make some money. Not to mention, we're only gonna burn a couple hours here and a day at the shop with it.
Dale, how about 20 grand?
No, I'm afraid I couldn't do it for that. It's a rust-free car. It's got the rally dash. It's got a nice bill sheet under the back seat.
I'll come up to 25.
Well, I'm more set on 28.
All right, sir. We'll do that. 28 grand.
Thank you.
Cash be all right?
Yeah.
Well, let me get it out of the truck. Turns out, you know, guy knows his cars. He knows what it's worth, and I think I'm gonna advance it. But 28, I paid all the money for it. That was it. There you go. 3 stacks of 10. I took 2 out of the one with white on it.
All right. Richard gave 28 for the car, and I think that's a fair deal. I mean, I'm happy with it because it's going to take a lot of money to restore the car.
Golly. While it's not running and driving, this 1971 CUDA's in really great shape. I mean, it's all there and it's not rusted out. Doing a straight resto is not really Gas Monkey's thing, and since I know Thomas over at Fired Up is into CUDAs, I think I'll flip this one over to him, which means I know what our next big build's gonna be. We're gonna turn that van into a 4x4.
Coming up on Fast and Loud, the van rolls in and the monkeys are ready to walk out.
Are ski masks required to drive this thing?
Then Aaron tries to strike a deal without Richard.
Just when I thought we left the 90s behind us.
Wow. Hey, all you monkeys. Means you too, Coy.
What?
All right, guys, y'all ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's right outside that door. Let's get it.
It's gonna be like a Pinto Gremlin mesh thing.
It's got to be green.
All right, let's go back to cleaning.
Where's it at?
Yeah,
the
where
van's
is it?
blocking
Exactly.
The van's
Let's get it
blocking
in, man.
Where's it
Oh, boy.
Come on, let's push.
Still kind of new here, and I thought we were going to be doing a lot of hot rods, you know, fast and loud. And he brings in this creeper van.
It's fantastic. Wasn't sure if I bought the guy's van or his house, but it's really rust-free. And I think the paint will buff out pretty good, don't you?
It's really moldy.
It's a no-window creeper van.
Are like ski masks required to drive this thing, or?
Hey, it's AK.
You decided to let's build it?
Yeah, I might have an idea.
Vans are super popular, like expedition vehicles.
That's what I'm talking about right there. If we have something like that, I think I might have a use for it. You know, the wheels in my head started turning as soon as I bought this van. I may have a use for it that'll pay off way better than even selling it. But I gotta wait a little bit for some confirmation on a sweet deal I got brewing, and then I can let everybody in on my big secret. What are you thinking?
It's a big box on a square, flat frame. And so I figured we'd go get another truck and then basically just put its springs and shackles and hangers on this. I'd love to put a 3/4 ton underneath it. I think 3/4 ton four-wheel drive van just screams a lot of things.
This screams hazmat suit all over it.
And there may be some screaming from inside the van, too.
Well, here we go. Here's the plan to turn this big blue hunk of steel into a wicked 4x4 excursion van without dipping too far into my wallet.
So to make this a four-wheel drive, all-terrain excursion van, we're basically gonna keep the one thing that makes this a van, the blue box. Everything else is gonna go in the dumpster. Then I'm gonna need to find something that we all love down here in Texas, and that's a truck. Not just any truck, but a 4x4 truck that we can steal the drivetrain, the suspension out of, and use as a perfect platform for our four-wheel drive van.
No new wheels?
Nope,
No new exhaust?
not necessary.
I am liking the sound of that. The paint, well, it's in good shape, so we're just gonna buff it out.
When we're done with this van, it'll no longer scare women and children. Believe it or not, this will be one sweet ride.
That's kick-ass.
I would like the van to look like it got built like 81, 82, and so it's not overly techy. We're not gonna put light bars on it and 49-inch tires on it. I thought it'd be cool to have like a little sundowner like canopy that rolls out the side of the roof rack.
Okay,
you know?
you're getting a little far now. I gotta stop you there. $7,500 all I wanna put into it. You don't need any more than a week. And when it's done, y'all might just be surprised by my brilliance. Why don't we get it outside, get it cleaned up, cleaned out, and you start looking for a truck.
Yeah.
Let's go wash this thing.
Whoa!
Steering. Am I clear?
It might, yep, it's got it. So I think I found us a truck. The guy put a new motor in it like less than a month ago, so I'm fixing to run out there and go look at it.
You guys can go ahead and start tearing this thing down. You know what I want done.
Oh, you're on fire.
Watch out.
I'm just kidding.
In our line of work, you never know when an old friend is gonna stop by the shop. Well, today we got a visit from an old friend. It's just that he has a few new wrinkles. Oh, what do you think about that?
He hit a deer, right?
That's what they said.
God.
So you remember the 56 Nomad that we built for Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
That thing's right, it's perfect.
Well, he kept it around, and then he ended up giving it away as a prize to one of his fans. And that fan, well, he drove it a couple miles before having an unfortunate run-in with a deer. Door still shuts. Pretty close to all right. It's clicking a little bit.
Fender's just putting pressure on it, to be honest with you.
Hey, Mark, turn off the movers.
What's the name?
Mark,
Mark? You're just dropping it off?
just dropping it off.
Are you a friend of the owner or anything, or just a driver?
He's same city, Las Vegas.
Dang, I wish I'd known you were coming from Las Vegas. I'd have told you to bring me some money.
And the women.
Casey, we're gonna do this entire side and the hood, I guess.
Yeah, man, I hope we don't have to paint the roof. There's parts to find. You can buy aftermarket fenders for 55 and 57, but you can't buy one for 56. So we need to find a really nice, original 56 fender to put on there.
I don't really think we need a hood. Just fenders and trim and stuff.
Fenders and trim. Oh, here we go.
front trim piece.
It got the bucket and the lens.
You know the expression deer in the headlights? This deer took it literally. Hey, Mark, thanks for bringing it out.
Thanks.
Casey, I'll get it off the trailer, and I'll get with Jonathan and tell him to start ordering parts.
Yes, sir.
Woo! Watch out for that deer!
So, you know, I got the guys working on the van back in the shop, taking all apart and buffing it.
But we don't have the four-wheel drive parts for it yet.
Well, on the internet this morning, I found a CK 2500. It's a four-wheel drive pickup truck, 3/4 ton. It looks like a pretty gosh darn donor truck for our van.
No, you're not imagining things. This sexy specimen by my side is not Richard. And where the heck is Tripster anyway? Well, Richard got tied up doing some paperwork for the Nomad repair job. And this here is Chris. We call him Mater because he's usually doing tow jobs for Gas Monkey. Mater, you know, he's a man of few words, but he's just the muscle I need to help me with my mission to find a four-wheel drive donor truck to go underneath our Chevy van. Richard didn't give me much of a budget, and even though this soaks up quite a bit of it, as long as nothing's wrong with it and it works, man, I think this is gonna be a heck of a parts truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, look at that. That is a beautiful son of a gun, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
So I'm really hoping it works out. When I get back to the shop tonight, I'm gonna have a van with no drivetrain. I'm gonna have a van with no suspension. So if I don't come back with something, then tomorrow is gonna be, well, it's gonna be real important to get it right tomorrow. How you doing?
How's it going? Mark Parsons.
Aaron Kaufman, nice to meet you. This is Tow Mater. Some people call him Chris, though.
Fair enough. I'm Mark Parsons. I'm selling a 1978 Chevrolet K20. It's been a fuel-injected engine in it. There you go.
Wow. Just when I thought we left the 90s behind us.
Yeah, it's coming back.
It's got a heavy 8-lug rear end, 8-lug front. You know, it's got all the crap we need, right? We just got to find out if it actually works.
Runs and drives are good.
You mind if we go for a ride down the road and back?
Have at it, brother.
You got any neighbors you don't like?
Not most of them.
All right. See if we can't stir the things up a little bit.
Like it's an interesting road.
So Mater and I took the truck down the road, and it seems to drive fine, two-wheel drive. We put it in 4. I really couldn't find anything to drive over, except for there were some sticks in this guy's driveway. All right, I feel like a real man now. I made short work of these sticks. They weren't very big, but now they know who the boss is. These are the parts that I want. If I bought them individually, they would cost far more than what the vehicle's gonna cost me, which I'm hoping is about $3,500 because that's all I brought today. Can't imagine you would separate yourself from such a sweet piece.
Yeah, you know, move on to something different.
Yeah? These are the parts that I'm looking for. You're asking 37 for it?
Yeah.
I got a little bit of a tight budget. I can give you 35 for it.
Fair enough.
You gonna do that?
Sounds like, yeah, that'll work.
All right, let's make the deal.
Appreciate it, man.
I'll let you count it.
All right.
You ready to load it up?
Yeah, don't need to put no ramps. Check and see, make clearance.
If there's not any clearance, it'll make noise.
Going over the wheel well over here.
We're in.
When we left the shop, the guys were already tearing down the van.
That's about how high the van's gonna be.
So when we get back, it'd make me really happy to start pulling all the parts off this truck. In fact, that would be a great beginning to this project.
I think that's gonna be possible.
Yeah.
Coming up on Fast and Loud,
Oh, dang, look at that. Watch
the
out.
van delivers more surprises,
Look, 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 look.
and KC battles the Nomad.
We're gonna worry about that later. You broke something.
What's up?
Hey, Richard, it's a done deal.
No, really?
Really?
So we can do it. It's okay. It's approved.
100%.
That was the call I've been waiting for. I mentioned to y'all I've been waiting on confirmation on something that I've had brewing. Hint. So that was it. That was the call. I am so freaking excited because this could kick a Gas Monkey empire into overdrive. That is gonna be the coolest thing Gas Monkey's ever pulled off.
We need a recipe.
So you need what?
A recipe.
A recipe?
Yeah, recipe.
Once the van is finished, Aaron and I are gonna take a little field trip and you'll get your first taste of the next big thing from Gas Monkey Garage. So stay tuned. Cool. Good news, man. It's a good day.
Bye now.
Christy, I need some coffee to go with my good day.
Somebody else want to grab gloves?
I got it.
Just you?
I got it. I'll just get mine.
Oh, look at the ants.
Ants everywhere.
Yeah.
You got a little trail going on in there?
Got an alien ant farm. Oh, look at that.
Hell.
Oh, dang, look at that. Watch out.
Ah, you just flung them all over me.
Look.
Let me out of the ant farm.
Holy man. God! What do we got that'll kill him? Burn them suckers.
Where's some lighter fluid?
We got back to Gas Monkey Garage with this incredibly large hulk of crap. Really ugly truck, but it has all the things that I need to put into our van.
Here, John.
Now go fast, real fast.
Got it.
Floor it. Yeah.
Do a spin out. Spin it out.
We'll do it later.
It didn't do a burnout.
That wouldn't have burned out.
No.
I will go ahead and put it on the rack.
Just as I'd hoped, the van is already torn down to the body.
Ow.
So the guys are ready to pounce on tearing down the 4x4.
All right, don't scratch me.
Everybody good?
Front end's off. This should go really fast because all I really want from the truck is the powertrain, the suspension, and the axles. Then I'll have everything I need for a marriage that can only be made in Gas Monkey heaven. There's a ground strap or a battery cable here that's very well connected. Will someone get me some cutters?
Cool, man.
All right, come on. Clear over here. The astute viewer may have noticed by now that the planned mating of the 3/4-ton Chevy 4x4 powertrain into the body of the creeper van is not exactly a bolt-on proposition. They're both Chevys, only a few years apart, but they're two completely different species that would never mate in the wild.
It's almost there now. Got it? That's enough to get it out of the frame. Yep.
On the 4x4, everything was attached to a rigid frame, which is why it's called body-on-frame design.
Boom, sucker.
Do we not have one of these that has any balls?
Once we get all the drivetrain suspension parts off the 4x4, we no longer have any need for that big, heavy frame.
Bye-bye, frame.
Way to go. Now we have all the parts from the 4x4 that we need to attach to the van. But the van doesn't have a frame. It's a unibody, which means that the cab and the chassis are integrated, eliminating the need for an independent chassis. Our solution to the conundrum is to fabricate brackets to weld to the body to provide mounting points for the suspension.
Nice job with the brackets, Jeremy. Just got to tap this last one in.
Same goes for our donor engine. We used some monkey engineering to create a cradle that actually connects the motor and the body itself to secure it all in place.
That is one good-looking cradle, if I do say so myself.
Once the guys get everything test fitted, all the parts have to come back off to get cleaned, painted, and ready to be permanently installed.
Holy cow, man. That's big. Is that how tall it's gonna be?
Yes.
It looks like it'll fall over if you take a corner too fast.
You know, I bet it's not that bad at all.
That is crazy.
Everything's moving right along. Everything's been fitting, you know, as well as donor parts grafted onto a van fit.
I'm gonna do some research. I got some ideas for the interior. I want something kind of funny, crazy, you know?
Well, I think if you need something funny, crazy, or just plain weird, I think a van's a perfect place to start.
At first, when Aaron fell in love with it, I was kind of lukewarm on the idea, but then I had a vision, a dream quest, if you will. And when you find out what it is, you'll be even more impressed with what Richard's willing to do with Gas Monkey Garage. And if not, well, I'll buy you a shot. Very cool. I'm excited, and I got an idea for it. So as long as the four-wheel drive works, we're gonna be in good shape.
It did when we cut the other one apart.
Wow!
You know, when a deer tangles with a Chevy Nomad, it's pretty obvious who's gonna get the worst of it, the deer. But this car is being just as honoring with Casey, and all he's trying to do is get that fender to fit.
We have any bolts for it?
Nope.
Y'all didn't get hood bolts for
We don't know where they're at.
We did a little cross measuring on it, and come to find out we're about 3/8 of an inch back still, which is causing us big problems on trying to get our fender lined up.
This is not comfortable. This is way off here.
So we're gonna try to push it all forward, see if we can't bend whatever's bent back straight, maybe.
I thought you broke something.
Worry about that later. We're gonna worry about that later. We don't need that right now.
Yeah. How we doing on the Earnhardt Special?
We're running into a couple issues. I think this fender sat around for a little while and people were kind of leaning, not moving on it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of twisted and out of shape a little. So we're having problems fighting it.
We don't fix cars generally, but we built this one, so we told them we would.
Yeah.
How do we get this thing done and out of here in how much time?
We're done with everything else except for the door gap. If we move this bracket and get this gap right, I think we'd be done by the end of the week.
Yeah, I'd say so.
End of the week?
Yeah.
All right, just get it done. I need it out of here. End of the week is good for me.
Sounds good.
Did Keenan get that last fuel line hooked up?
Keenan.
Yeah.
Last fuel line hooked up?
Yeah.
He says game on. So on our 76 G10 van, we're super close to being able to fire it up. I'm gonna go through some of the simple systems to make sure that everything's good to go before we actually test it and start it.
Believe in your DNA.
It sounds almost as good as it did a week ago when it was in the other vehicle. Except for that crazy noise there.
Is that the converter? Is it nuts on it, converter?
There's nothing covering it. Why don't you hop down there and take a look?
Apparently, nobody bothered to tighten up anything under the van.
Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna add some more oil to the transfer case.
Shut up.
We'll take a second to capture this moment for posterity.
Are you taking a selfie?
And then we'll give this beast another go. You see that arc? Hey, it's arcing off the...
Yeah, it is.
Like a sumbitch. Watch the AC lines. Hit it. Hey, who grounded this motor?
Nobody.
All right, if nobody ground the motor, don't touch that key again. We'll burn this thing to the ground. If it didn't have a ground strap on it, then let's start over.
I'm gonna get that ground strap on. Should fire up, no problem.
Coming up on Fast and Loud,
What in the hell is this?
Richard's ready to talk interiors.
I'm taking the bear.
Well, Aaron's just talking to himself.
Screw you, Rocks!
After his career in the automotive industry ended, William C. Durant, co-founder of Chevrolet, dabbled in which other type of business? Was it A, silver mining, B, paper manufacturing, C, oil refining, or was it D, bowling alleys? After his career in the automotive industry ended, William C. Durant dabbled in which other type of business? The answer is D. Having been forced out of both GM and Chevrolet, William Durant ran a bowling alley in Flint, Michigan until his death in 1947.
Hey, Jeremy, help me get this steering arm in. Yeah, that makes me happy.
How absolutely excellent. Man, that makes me happy. Screw you, Rocks!
We've got a great little excursion van coming together.
Excuse me.
We ended up harvesting a 4x4 engine and drivetrain out of an old donor truck and fabricated the mounts and brackets to marry it to the underbody of the van. That's it. Once we get some wheels and tires on it, this thing will simply ooze over whatever terrain it's up against.
Oh, the pickup points are.
Richard tells me he's going to be handling the interior for the van because apparently he has some super secret plan for it. And he's pretty excited about it, which in my experience means there's either something incredibly stupid or something incredibly brilliant, kind of like the man himself.
Our roof rack showed up, and I get the luxury of putting it together. There's only 4 pieces, but about 30 brackets and this many bolts. I got a lot to do. I better get busy.
Awesome!
How's that look, Germs?
You want to get on that side and we'll...
Oh, we're gonna drag it off?
Yeah.
Back away. Do it. Let's see if we can get it any taller. Golly. Hey, Mike, you want to give me a hand with the spare?
Ready? Yeah. Remember, Mike, I don't have much to hold on to.
Are you nervous?
No, I just don't want to slide off with it.
Why do you trust me to do this?
I don't know. You're high enough. Watch them lights.
I think reverse is going out in this thing.
Hey, you want to wait till I'm on there?
I didn't know
Okay,
you were
go for
getting
it.
back on.
Really? It'd be a really way to end the day.
Just kidding.
Thanks, Mike.
What if we have a flat? How you gonna get it down?
That's whoever's problem's driving it.
What exactly are you doing, Coy?
I'm just letting the blood rush to my head instead of my feet.
All right, cool. Where we at, A-Rod? She's running, driving, doing everything she's supposed to do?
Yeah, fires and run. As you can see, we've already been back and forth the store a couple times. It rides like the old truck did. It handles better than the old truck did. So it, like I said, it steers fine, it brakes fine. I think we drive it, you know, wherever you need to go.
All right, cool, because I just about got the master plan on the interior. I'm gonna drive it then. I will put some miles on it.
Okay.
Cool. I'm excited. This is gonna be rad. You're gonna love this surprise. Hope you like the desert. Bring some sunscreen. I got plans for this van. Big plans. Plans that might change the course of history. You got a tape measure down there? Let me see that. But that's not even the best part. Oh, yeah. The best part, in the grand scheme of things, these plans will hardly cost me a dime. Hey, where's KC? Does anybody know where KC is? Really? I've been looking all over the place for you. And you're right here on the couch.
Watching TV?
Dude, I need stuff for the van, and I'm thinking this couch is perfect.
Are we gonna haul this back there now?
No, we aren't. You are.
I can't do this by myself. There's no way.
Dude, let's just get it to the back.
All right.
Come on. Oh, don't knock this shield. Rad, dude. This is the shiznit. Here's the deal. I'm fixing to take this van out for an off-road expedition. Now, we got the rugged four-wheel drive covered, but I want the inside of this thing to be pure comfort. And this couch, well, it fits the bill. I'm talking vintage 70s style. Wood paneling, shag carpet, barrel seats, the whole 9 yards. That's what I'm talking about. And I know just the guys to pull it off. My friends over at 44 Build. Wow! You may remember 44 Build. They helped redecorate the offices when I moved into the new building, and we did a little swap. I built them a truck. Nobody knows at the shop what I'm doing here at 44. They don't even know where I took the van. I just told them I had it. I got this. You know, if I can own a company like Gas Monkey Garage, I'm sure I can figure out how to get interior into a four-wheel drive van.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
That's a big. Watch your roof. Watch your roof. That van Richard brought by is badass. Blue.
It is.
I'm just gonna search around. These guys got everything in here I need. This is a one-stop shop for the Expedition van interior. That's what I need right there. I need some crates for them. Yeah, this will work. Y'all got all kinds of in here. The kitty rug might work.
My bobcat?
This would go good on the wall. What about this? This place is pretty cool. I mean, everywhere you look, there's something cool that you want that you didn't know you wanted, and you probably have absolutely no use for, but you want it. What in the hell is this?
It's a primitive bra.
That crate would look cool up on top, too. I'm taking the bear. It's kind of like an oversized Mexican blanket.
Serape.
Yes, I'm giving them 2 days and $2 grand of the original budget. And then I'm gonna slap some signage on it, grab Aaron, jump in the van, and we're heading south. We're gonna do like a 70s style off-road vanorama. Woo! And I'm gonna finally reveal my big secret. Stay tuned.
Coming up on Fast and Loud, the plan for the van is finally revealed.
Here's the secret ingredient. Dog chew toys?
But will it end before it gets started?
All right, Joseph, here's your baby. All put back together.
My name is Joseph Lemoyne, and I am the owner of the Dale Earnhardt 56 Nomad.
Hardest thing about this actually was finding a fender.
It's nice to see her back together. It's like missing a friend when it's not in the garage.
It's an empty hole in your heart when it's not in the garage.
Exactly.
I understand.
It was just perfect.
We blended the roof, blended the hood, fixed the whole thing. I mean, we just didn't paint the other side. Pretty much is all that we didn't do.
When I'm at the supermarket or just going down the street, someone will say, I love the color. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. And they know the car is right by just looking at it. I love it. You know, I'm a wagon guy. I couldn't be happier, really.
You're all back together, and now it's
Thank
time
you so
to
much.
take it home.
You know, I made this for you, and it's kind of a fun thing, but check it out.
Oh, blood, sweat, and tears.
Very good.
That's pretty funny.
Okay, Red Ryder. For this whole episode, you've been keeping your plans a big secret. Well, you got me out here. Now you gonna tell me what we're doing?
You betcha, my bearded compadre. We're off to make tequila.
Tequila?
See, tequila. And actually, you're off to make tequila. I'm just driving the van and looking pretty.
So, why tequila?
You know, the whole time you were building this expedition van, I got to thinking, what's the next move? And so I did some research. You know, every big empire had a clear white liquid at its core. I mean, think about it. The Russians had vodka, the British had gin, the Romans had... Hey, they had something. And the Gas Monkey Empire is gonna have tequila.
All those empires ended up falling apart.
That's right. And that's why I decided my clear white liquid was gonna be different. It needed a secret ingredient.
That might be the ticket, huh?
That is the ticket, and here's the secret ingredient. Boom.
Dog chew toys?
No, that's cinnamon, man.
In tequila?
Yeah. We just got to figure out how to make it first. That's what I brought you along for. Look, man. Oh, I forgot. I got you something.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got you some books on making tequila. So that's what we're looking for right there.
We need the agave cactus to make tequila. I can't see here. I'll be back. Step 1. We gotta find us some agave.
Gotta be agave around here somewhere. I guess if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Oh, shut out the other side. I think I see some up there. Why don't you pull off and step ahead up here?
I got it.
That was the agave you murdered.
Oh, did I run one over? Yeah.
They're hard at it, slugging each other with...
Sweet nectar of life. There's my agave.
Great. I'll go find some bottles. No. Too small. Way too small. Too big. It's gotta be blue agave. Oh, he's cute. That's it. Where'd you get it?
Well, there's a nursery right over that hill.
Get to cooking. I still gotta find them bottles. Oh, there's another one. Oh, yeah. It's got some on it. It's not product placement. Woo! Aaron! I found some bottles and they're perfect. If I don't break it, the perfect bottle. Whoa! Keep working on it, Aaron, and wake me up when you got the perfect brew. Dude, what is all this?
This is my still.
See what you got. All right, dude, this is it. Hard work and perseverance.
Tell me about it.
Woo! Perfect! My little bearded wonder did it. Keep going, man. I'm gonna need about 100 bottles of this.
I got the recipe down. Let's just figure out how we get home now.
There it is, holy grail of tequila. Oh, I like it. Woo! Let it rip, Tater Chip. Did you use the parts out of the van to make that still?
I might have.
Is there any tequila left?
Help! Help me!
Whoa, here we are. Gas Monkey Tequila is born. But first, we had to have an expedition van. Parts somewhere.
Agave and beef.
When Aaron said he wanted to build an expedition van, I got pretty excited because I was thinking four-wheel drive, 1970s expedition van deluxe, something that Raymond Rawlings would have driven.
Well, we didn't really have a lot of time, and like always, we didn't have a lot of money to spend on this one. And let's be honest, you really don't want to spend quite a lot of money on a G10, especially 76. So we hit up the internet, and we found a truck, a 3/4 ton, fuel-injected, small block, four-wheel drive, had the right axles for it, everything we needed, and the price was right. Let's make a deal.
Appreciate it, man.
But all that heavy-duty stuff came off of our body-on-frame truck, and we had to attach it to our unibody van. Ultimately, we've got exactly what we want.
Usually Aaron has a pretty good idea of what he wants to do, style-wise and everything, but I kind of had an idea on my own of what I wanted that interior to look like. So as soon as the guys finished it up, didn't tell them what I was doing, and ran down to our friends at 44 Build. And they had every single thing I thought I'd ever want for this van. I mean, just look at it. Shag carpet, swivel barrel chair, wood paneling galore. I mean, you cannot have a 70s expedition van without wood paneling. That's what I'm talking about.
Painting it would have been cool, but we wanted to keep that vintage look. So I had the guys buff it, and, well, it turned out pretty good. So we didn't bother painting the van, but I did have Casey paint the wheels and bumper so at least they'd match. And then to top it all off, I added some retro lighting to cut through the desert night, a roof rack to haul around all of our crap, and then we added a CB radio, well, because it's the 70s.
Whoa! Get you some of that. Tequila. There you have it. Gas Monkey Expedition Van, Gas Monkey Tequila. Made right here in the good old USA. We gotta get back. I gotta sell some of this stuff.
I'm kidding. Well, it's nice to recoup the dollars on this. We sure didn't spend any.
We got a lot invested.
I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that, my bearded friend?
Why cinnamon?
It's sweet, spicy, like me.
Right now on Fast and Loud.
Whoa!
Hot rod hunter Richard Rawlings and master mechanic Aaron Kaufman get their hands on a cream puff 78 Cutlass.
I want to build a traditional style lowrider.
All right, vatos, let's get to it.
But as the monkeys tackle their first ever hydraulic build,
I like it.
Aaron's new take on old tech might raise a few eyebrows
Think Osu could do interior like that?
and leave them down in the dumps.
Yikes. It should be a lowrider right now, and it's not.
Meanwhile, Richard tracks down a rare pre-war Mercedes.
Let's look at the hydros.
But a 64 Impala lowrider packs a bigger surprise.
Oh, Aaron's gonna laugh at me on this.
It's a crazy week of ups and downs that could have the monkeys singing for joy or leave them sinking to rock bottom.
Dang it. I was really counting on this one.
All right, Kemosabe. I hope you got a good reason for dragging me out into this mess.
Oh, yeah, I got a good one. I mean, you've been, bothering me a bit to try to build a lowrider or something like that, so, yeah. Well, I got a car that could be just right for that kind of thing. I think it's a 78 Cutlass.
It's a little one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has always been garage, super nice car, clean, runs, drives, does every single thing it's supposed to do, so I figure that's a good body to do it with.
I think so, too. Love to see it.
Well, that's where we're going. So Aaron's been kind of bugging me the last few months about maybe wanting to build a lowrider. Once he gets something in his head and he starts stewing on it and then he kicks me a few times, I'm like, well, that's right.
We've built a lot of different kind of cars, a lot of times very low. But one thing we've never done is really built a traditional style lowrider. I want a car that is just a nice car to drive, is a fun car to drive, but is by all definitions a lowrider. One that uses hydraulics and much smaller wheels.
Really? After doing a little research, I realized there's a whole lot of lowriders out there in the lowrider community. Not quite as many as the hot rod community, but it's still a big market. I know that we can build anything in our shop, and we do a damn good job of anything that we attempt. If we could crack that nut, well, business could explode. I think he's right up. Let's see what he's got. So if this Cutlass turns out to be the right car, I might just be ready to take this leap.
Hey, hi, Richard.
What's going on, sir?
How are you, sir?
Good to see you. How you doing, man?
Hey, Aaron.
Hey,
How are you?
what's going on? So you got a Cutlass, huh?
Yeah. I'm Javier Vasquez. A few months ago, I bought a Model A from Gas Monkey Garage, and I was thinking of selling my mom's car.
It's green.
That's all right. Yeah.
That one doesn't have enough miles on it, man. You got to start driving that thing.
Yeah.
78 Cutlass.
Wow. You said this was your mom's car?
Yep. She don't drive anymore.
Dude, there's not a crack in here.
Wow. It looks pretty good from over here. Hey, open the hood.
Cool. Let me fire it up.
Mama knew how to take care of a car.
Dude, this thing is clean.
He's got a beautiful car. This is an amazing car. It'd be a great car to drive, great car to own. Most importantly, a great car to cut up. Aside from faded paint, I can't imagine finding one much cleaner.
Well, how much do you want for it?
How about 5?
500?
5 G's.
5 G's. God, jeez. I don't know. I mean, it seems like I used to buy these cars for about $500 or $600 when I was in high school. If you're just talking about a 78 Cutlass, I mean, it's probably worth $1,500 if it runs and drives. But when we got over here and saw this one, it's a really nice car. So him asking $5,000 for it is probably about what it's worth. But I need to get it a little bit cheaper than that because I'm not real sure how the lowrider resale community goes. How about $2,000?
Come on, man.
I'm trying.
What? What's my mother car? I can't do that. Come on, man. 78. It's green.
It is green. You
Yeah.
know me and green. I'm a freak about that. I don't know, Javier. How about 2,500?
The last price is 35.
God, it seems like a lot for a car like this, but
You know, the paint's in fine condition, right? The car runs well. It looks great. It's not rusted. I don't know.
I got you. All right, my man. 3,500 it is. Take cash, don't you?
Yep.
All right, cool. There you go, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Well,
Yeah.
let's get this thing loaded, Aaron.
I'm not loading anything.
We're not gonna load it?
Oh, he said it drives.
All right, I'll race you back. I love good original cars like this. I mean, his mom had it for a long time. It's super nice. It's not all messed up. Just a perfect car to launch us into this new arena. To settle down at $3,500, I think I got a really good deal. Thank you, Javier.
See you.
I'm really excited about the prospect of this build because if we don't do anything else, we love to experiment. This is really all about satisfying my curiosity. I've been curious about playing with hydraulics for a long time.
But curiosity killed the cat, I thought.
That's a good thing I'm not a cat.
There you go. All right, you slackers, time to get to work. Wow!
All right, what mess are they bringing us now?
Check it out. 78 Cutlass. Little old lady drove it to church on Sundays. This car is pretty daggum nice.
It's hard to tell right now from all the accumulation of moisture on the outside of the car, but I couldn't be more impressed with the quality of the car.
Vato, why don't you tell him what you're thinking of doing?
I want to build a traditional style lowrider, but
My Latino side just went,
Yeah. I thought
baby.
you were Italian.
I'm Mex-Italian, half.
He makes it up every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, like I said, we're gonna build a lowrider, but I want the thing to ride and handle. I want the car to drive right, and I don't want to have to compromise my vehicle to have hydraulics. So lowriders have been around for quite a long time. It's hard to say exactly when they started, but one thing's for sure is that they've always been evolving. The most notable improvement was when they started adapting aircraft hydraulics to the suspension of their cars, and that's really when the fun started. Like most things, if a little bit's good, a whole lot's better. And when it came to hydraulics and springs and hopping the car, it really just kind of turned the cars into a bit more of a toy and less of a vehicle. It's a lot of fun, but it's also hell on the cars and the riders. That's why I think it's time to put a Gas Monkey spin on it.
So is this thing gonna, like, three-wheel?
No.
What?
I don't want, you know, everybody riding around in their low
Covered
riders.
wagon.
I'd really like to have one that looks the part, sounds the part, but I don't want it to act the part. I want it to act like one of our other vehicles.
Does that mean lowrider paint job?
Yeah. Can we do all the, like, the lace and the boxes and the lines and
Sure. You gotta remember, lowrider paint jobs are way more involved than a lot of the hot rod stuff, but still, you know, I think the sides of the cars look really good on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you just want to freshen up, like maybe paint the
That's
whole
it.
thing back the original color and then do the
do
roof.
the hood, the roof, and the deck lid and come out with something really, really nice. That's right.
What'd you say?
I like it. Yeah, my Latino cups are running over right now. This is probably one of my favorites.
So the world's about to get turned upside down for this cream puff Cutlass as we transform it from a nice Sunday morning lady into a lowrider with tons of Saturday night attitude.
So if we're gonna really break into this lowrider scene, then we're gonna need two things. Number one is a kick-ass hydraulic setup, and number two is a badass paint job, and that's exactly what we're gonna deliver. And along the way, Aaron's gonna turn the hydraulics world on its head with a little bit of his hot rod expertise.
Luckily, we're starting off with a pretty good car. We're definitely going to lose those wheels for something a little more appropriate and something a little more shinier. You know, the motor's fine and the interior's great, so no sue.
And that's really good news for my bank account. I mean, we're a hot rod shop breaking into a little bit of a different territory for us, which is hydraulics. And Aaron's going to be messing with the traditional way hydraulics have always worked, and that leaves a lot of question marks, which I like to see a lot of dollar signs. So I'm going to keep a tight grip on my wallet this time, and we'll see what happens. Well, here's the deal, guys. I don't know what the resale value is on 78 Cutlass lowriders. So I'd like to keep the investment, I don't know, 10 grand in a couple of weeks.
I'd have to sit down and figure. I mean, that sounds great, but I'd have to see. The guys are gonna need the car in the booth for a week.
All right.
Look, we've got a great car. I think I've got a good plan for it.
Admittedly, it's all an experiment, but
Despite what we may get out of it on the other side, at least it'll be fun for us.
Yeah, well, we try not to lose here. That's not the goal, but it's here, we're here. I guess there's no going back now. You got 10 grand in 2 weeks. Get after it. Don't make me regret this decision.
using the shorties?
Shorties.
Take it up. Good.
All right, vatos, let's get to it.
As far as teardown goes on this one, we're not tearing this one down, really. But we're gonna eject the rear springs and shocks, pull the wheels off on. The difference between air ride and hydraulic suspension is that one is riding on compressed air inside of a bag. The other one is riding on hydraulic fluid inside of a cylinder, which doesn't compress, so we have to develop the ride somewhere else. Typically, it's in a spring. One of the biggest advantages to air ride is that there are fewer components, and it does yield a better ride. On the hydraulics, you do have an ability to build a better ride, but it is more complicated.
The honors?
Air systems are susceptible to leaking, same as hydraulic systems, but the hydraulic cylinders tend to handle abuse a bit better. What we're trying to do is create a car that is very low to the ground, rides wonderful, handles well, and is on hydraulic suspension, trying to dispel a myth that hydros ride bad. What we're actually going to do is use all the components that everybody else uses, but we're going to apply them in a slightly different manner. Guess we're going to see if I can actually pull this one off.
Coming up on Fast and Loud, Richard digs up a treasure from the 30s.
That is incredible.
But will Dennis bury the deal?
Dude, it's worth 85 grand.
No.
All right, boys, I'm gonna give you some advice the proctologist once gave me. There's nothing more important than a clean rear end. So let's drop this one and get prepared for some hydros.
Hey, Jason, can you help me pull this down?
How's that? Yeah, that's good. There she goes. Okay.
All right. So I spent the last couple of days fabricating parts for our lowrider. My plan is slowly starting to take shape.
What do you want to do?
Sit off there.
Jeez Louise.
T-Bow.
What I'm attempting to do on our lowrider is actually kind of bridge the gap a little bit between performance, ride, and how hydraulics work. What I'm attempting to do is actually utilize shocks and springs in conjunction with the hydraulic cylinder, which actually can lift and lower the car. So what we're gonna have to do is make a lot of parts and combine a lot of parts and put them together in a way that they haven't been used before.
Take this over here. Let's see.
The parts that we've been building the last couple of days are these bearing cups that are going to fit around the top of our hydraulic cylinder. We're short a few pieces right now, but eventually I'll slip a spring over the cylinder and then the bearing on top. Basically, the setup will look something similar to this. As you pull down on the bumper or encounter a bump or something, we're actually gonna be riding on the spring and not the hydraulic system, which actually makes the car act like it always would have. It's not incredibly groundbreaking, it's just that we're trying to do a better job of installing a little bit nicer components than you would typically find on a lowrider, see if we can come out with a better result. We're getting tantalizingly close, but there's still a lot of work to do.
Dude, we should hit the road early like this every morning.
Now, this week started off kind of screwy. I mean, I'm a hot rod guy, and I got Aaron building a lowrider back at the garage. Next thing you know, Dennis is asking me if I want to go in with him on a 38 Mercedes. Now, that's not exactly in my wheelhouse. What's it called, a 38D Cabriolet, or?
It's a 38D Cabriolet two-door, pre-war Mercedes. Killer find.
That's why you're here, because I don't know anything about pre-war Mercedes.
Dude, pre-war Mercedes is money in the bank. It's a blue chip car.
All right, well, you talked to him. What was he saying? It's from Turkey or something?
Yes, he said they believe that the car was built for a diplomat or the embassy in Turkey. And then a lot of those cars were lost, you know, to the war.
Yeah, well, he wants a bunch of money for it, dude. He's asking 85 grand. I don't know if we can beat him down or not. How much do you think the car's worth if it's good?
Pre-war two-door Mercedes cab, it's a 250 to 350 car done.
No way.
Yeah. You just gotta love it, man. Stuff like this sitting in people's backyards and their garages, incredible.
Well, I know, but we still got to get it bought. Watch your step, old man. Since I really don't have any idea how much I'm going to make on the lowrider, I sure could use a sure thing right now. I hope we didn't come out here for nothing, man. This better be the real thing. How we doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. Richard Rawlings.
Steve Thomas, how are you?
Right on.
We in the right place?
Hey, Richard.
Okay.
Should be.
Very good.
Dennis, Leanne.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. This
So,
is it.
Where's that?
Oh, right in here. There she is.
There it is. Awesome. That is cool.
There it is.
There it is.
That is incredible.
Wow.
And it's been here since 1970, is that what you said?
1970. Hi, I'm Leanne Thomas. This is my brother Steve.
So, give me the rundown. I know y'all talked to Dennis on the phone, but what's the story? How does it end up here?
Our 1938 Mercedes-Benz. It's been part of our family history for the last 40-something years.
Dad got it in about 1970 from a friend of his here in town. He took 7 years to restore it.
He just loved it so much, but at the same time, it caused him a headache. He would get it running, drive it down the street, and it would stop.
You know, he passed away about a year ago, and we need to sell it now.
Do you know if it's factory color? Was it green from the factory, or?
No, it was black.
Okay. When was the last time it ran and drove?
Probably mid-80s, 83,
Mid-80s.
84.
But it's been in climate controlled like this, or is it?
It's
been in this.
Wow. Two-door Cabriolet. That's pretty rad.
It does have the original motor in it.
The car looked like it had been really well taken care of, except for Dad. Well, he painted it green, which is kind of weird, but, you know, they were doing weird stuff in the 70s. That's what happens. Weather's still good.
I think it's Corinthian. The original gauges are super nice.
It is rad.
It's worth what they're asking for, what they want for it. I'm thinking, need to buy it, get it locked in now, immediately. I don't need to see anymore. So,
you guys said you wanted 85 grand for it. What's your pain threshold? How about 65?
I think we're gonna stick with 85.
We got down to negotiating on the price, and I'm thinking, you know, typical gas monkey style, we'll roll in there about 60, 65 grand, and they said no, and...
As Dad always says, we're not starving, so
We're
we can
not
wait.
hungry, so we can wait.
You try your negotiating skills.
well, I talked to him on the phone, and he told me 85 grand or don't come out, so I think the car's worth it. I think we got a deal.
Got a deal.
What? Before I can hit him at 75, Genius here just says, okay, on 85.
Dude, it's worth 85 grand.
We didn't even go to 75.
Were you gonna go to 75?
No.
No.
Dude, it's worth 85 grand.
All right, cool.
It's a great
Cool.
car.
Thank you.
Great car,
Thank you, guys.
great car.
All right, now it's done.
I'm like, you didn't even try.
Well, one of these days, somebody's gonna back up because you hit them too low, and we're gonna lose the deal, and I'm gonna lose half my profit. When you're buying something that's in the money, just pull the trigger and pay them. Tiny bit. All right, that's good.
Dennis understood that this car there's not many in Texas, there's not many in the world, and he jumped all over it, so works out for us. I'm a happy woman and a happy brother.
Yes.
You're pretty centered. Stay on that line.
Okay.
The tale of the tale basically is we paid 85 grand for the car, which for me is about 5 or 6 cars, not one. But it'll be worth every penny if we can get it back to the shop, get it running and driving, and then turn this thing for a nice, juicy profit. I'm trying to move up there to the old Dennis level. I'm just taking baby steps.
It's just gonna cost you half the profit each time, so it's not a problem. I'm in.
Guys,
Thanks for your time. We'll take care of the car.
Thank you.
Great
All
car.
right, thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
All right.
And you always rag me all the time. Why do you buy these sports cars? Well, it's because it's a world market. If I can get him to pay attention and keep chasing Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, Mercedes, we're gonna have a good year. So he's still not listening.
All right. Dude. Our parts finally came in.
I'm a kid in a candy store over here.
No kidding. That's all the hydraulic stuff?
Yeah.
Now that my concept is finally starting to take shape, we can focus on some of the lowrider components that go in the car rather than under it.
And I think we need to map this whole thing out.
The choices.
Yeah.
Let's try putting the bumps right about here. We'll put the component rack in the center, and then we should have plenty of room for the batteries.
Because not only do we need to pump hydraulic fluid all the way to the cylinders in the front, but we also have to provide power for all the new components in the trunk.
All right, boys and girls, now that we're ready to start installing our lowrider components, it's time for a visit with Professor Aaron.
As we all know, it takes a battery to start the engine on any car. But the problem is it won't produce enough power to turn our pumps fast enough, nor nearly long enough to complete the job that we need, and that is to lift and lower the car as many times as it takes to make me happy. To fix that, we're simply going to utilize the bountiful expanse of trunk space to house additional 2 batteries. And their sole purpose is actually to run the pumps in the hydraulic system. We'll wire them in such a way that it actually doubles our power, leaving the single battery in the front to handle all the car operations. You know what? Pretty simple, get the job done. This, it's a mouse wearing a hat. All right, Jeremy, let's fabricate some mounts for the batteries and get the rack in there for the rest of the components. Well, we got a plan, and now the challenge is to get everything in and wired up. That'll be one small step for our lowrider and one giant leap for Gas Monkey kind.
Coming up on Fast and Loud.
Let's go for a ride. I want to see what this feels like.
Richard gets schooled in Lowrider 101.
Yikes.
Monkeys see, but can monkeys do?
It should be a lowrider right now. And it's not.
Hey, don't pop that in there. See what it looks like. Careful. It's hot off the presses.
It's okay.
All right. Sorry about that. Guess I'm just anxious to see this thing in action. How about you, Charles? How's it looking back there?
Pretty solid. The electronics are bolted in, but I still got to get them wired and finish hooking up the hydro hoses.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
So we're actually making some headway on my special Gas Monkey lowrider experiment, but I'm still refining some of the parts that I'm having to fabricate for my new suspension design.
How does it look?
It's going in there.
Are there any obvious problems?
Basically sits flush all back here, but has a quarter gap hole.
That's okay. That's fine. Toss in there, see? Because they're both will be exactly the same.
Hopefully by the end of the day, we'll be able to see how the car sits with the new suspension elements in place. To stay on schedule, I need to get this right on the first pass.
I like it.
Richard! My boy's here. The one I was telling you about, the one with the Lolo. You gotta see this.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Eric,
Richard.
Eric, how you doing, man?
Charles, how you doing, brother?
Chilling.
All right. Good to see you again.
Freaking cool. So ever since we decided to build this funky hybrid lowrider, I've been a little nervous. I mean, we're a hot rod shop, but we're trying to break into a new market. What's your setup look like?
Yeah, let me show you.
So I asked Charles to ask one of his homeboys to get over here and give me a full-on lowrider education, because I got to figure out the best way to sell this thing. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. All right, so how's all this setup work?
The motors move the pumps or the gears, which pushes the oil into your cylinders. Cylinders right here, of course, I got 12 in the back, 8's in the front. And that's where you get that
That's
little
the length of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then your dumps right here. This is what allows the oil to go through the tubes. So I hit the switch, motor takes it up. I hit the switch down, the dumps release the oil, and it drops the car down.
Cool.
What did he say? I didn't get any of it.
He said bigger, better, faster.
There
Okay,
you go.
got it.
And of course, all these motors are powered by the batteries. 6 batteries, I run my off. Of course, you can go off of 8, 12, 14. That's when you get into your radical hoppers. I'm classic, lean and smooth, but then there's a lot of my homies, they have their top, their trunk, their hood, painted radical. They want to be seen, they want to be noticed.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. All right, well, the big deal was I wanted a real car to come by because I don't even know what Aaron's making there. He's telling me it's gonna be smoother and better than a regular hydraulic car out there. So I wanna go for a ride in it so I know the difference. Because Aaron can finish whatever's in there and tell me how good it is, and I wouldn't even know.
Definitely.
Let's go for a ride. I wanna see what this feels like.
Right.
So I gotta get some gangster lean? Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Whoa, man.
Now we're all the way up.
Pretty good. Yeah. Heck yeah. Dang, man, that is rough. What are you rolling on, 13s?
13. Every time I ride it, I lose about an inch of tread, so I go through a full set in about 3.5 weeks.
Do you roll it all the way up like this all the time, locked out, or?
Well, the higher you are, the better of a ride it is.
Am I supposed to be sitting over here like this?
Man, however you feel like riding, because when you're one of these bad boys, everybody look.
Man, when you take off an Eric's lowrider, I tell you what, Dorothy, you're definitely not in Kansas anymore. Oh, here we go. Whoa! That's the way to do it right there.
It's a rough ride, but it's fun.
I mean, even when he's not doing something with those fancy switches, you're in for a bumpy ride.
But no, I got
Golly. Whatever this thing is that Aaron's building, better not ride like this. I mean, I can see where it's fun. It's just a little rough for an old guy like me.
It's violent, man. It's real rough.
I get it now. I mean, these things are kind of wacky fun, but, you know, me and my aching back right now, kind of getting why Aaron wants to do it differently. Hey, man, thank you, dude. Still, though, this buck and bronco ride, well, gave me an idea.
Hello?
Alex, it's Richard.
Hey, what's up, man?
Check it out. We're building a traditional-ish lowrider over here. I figure the best way to show it off, especially since it's going to be a little bit different, is, you know, invite a few of the car clubs local and have an afternoon, you know, lowrider freaking car show in the parking lot there at the Barn Grill. So riding with Eric, I realized that these guys are kind of a tight-knit group, and if you want to reach them, you know, and maybe sell them a car, hint, hint, you want to get them all in one place. I'm thinking Gas Monkey Barn Grill. Maybe what dates do we have available in the next, like, 3 to 4 weeks?
We're pretty packed up with dates, but I would say really the only thing we've got available is next Saturday.
Are you kidding me? There's no way in hell I'm gonna be ready by then. That's next week.
It's 9 days, but I mean, beyond that, you're booked. That's about all we got.
I can tell you where this is going, south, and I don't mean south of the border. Okay, so next Saturday it is. I'll just nail it down, but these guys are gonna be pissed off when I tell them they gotta speed up. Can't even throw a party at my own bar. Later. AK, remember how you're supposed to be done in 8 days? Well, now you have to be done in 8 days.
Ready?
Bring it. Right there. Might be able to work with that.
So Jeremy and I made a lot of headway on this Cutlass today. We got the rear end painted and installed.
Okay, hold on. I need blood back in my hand.
Now we can actually test the new suspension.
All right, let's see if this part Aaron's been working on does the job.
I'm kind of excited, you know, because even though the full weight of the car won't be on it, with everything assembled, we should see the car sitting really low once the jack is removed. In other words, the frame is going to be sitting really close to the axle.
You ready?
Yeah.
Are those lift arms getting loose yet?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh. Frame's not really dropping that much.
You think this will make it look any better?
Sort of. So what are we, about 100 inches away?
Whatever it is, it's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of fender gap.
Yikes.
Looks like Aaron's new re-engineered setup isn't quite ready for prime time because when we put it in, the frame's riding way too high.
I think Aaron's gonna have to rethink his strategy here.
Yeah. We don't want to throw Aaron under the bus, but this basically, right here, at this point that it's sitting, the axle should be up here. It should be a lowrider right now.
Yeah.
And it's not. This is like a standard height.
I guess we better get Aaron over here.
Coming up on Fast and Loud.
You want me to yank all this out?
Aaron finds too much junk in the trunk.
Oh, it makes me want to just blow up.
What's up, ladies?
And Richard's latest buy hides a surprise.
I thought this was a hydro car. Holy cow.
Who won the 1979 Daytona 500 in an Oldsmobile Cutlass? Was it A, Richard Petty, B, Darrell Waltrip, C, Cal Yarborough, or D, Dale Earnhardt? The answer when we return. Who won the 1979 Daytona 500 in an Oldsmobile Cutlass? The answer is A, Richard Petty won his 6th Daytona 500 in a 1977 Cutlass.
All right, guys, what's up?
Well, me and Jeremy got the back mocked up, and
How far is it off?
a mile.
At least the parts are nice and shiny. Yeah, but it does look like it's a long way. So Charles and Jeremy mocked up the new suspension system in the rear end, and even though it's still on the lift and not carrying full weight of the vehicle on, I was hoping to see the axle much closer to the frame. Unfortunately, it's clear that my assembly is just too long. Well, looks better than it did on the lift. That's not saying much. You know, this is the very first lowrider that we've ever built, and it's not even really a traditional one. It's using a system that I've kind of dreamt up, which means that we're in uncharted territory. So, I guess the real job for me now is to get us, well, and this project back on the map.
What do you got to your axle?
4 inches. Well, gotta make that go away. The challenge now is to figure out how to reconfigure my system so that the car drops as low as I need it to without affecting the integrity of my system. All right, let's think through this.
We can order springs 2 inches shorter, no problem. The lower spring cup, I can shorten 1/2 inch easy, but it's gonna take a lot more than that.
The tall spring has so much better feel to it than the short one does. So I'd rather not do that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through the top no matter what.
Since I don't want to shorten my coil spring, the only option left is to cut into the trunk and allow the hydraulic system more room to operate. Only one problem, there's not exactly a whole lot of room in there either.
4.5. What do we have before we hit the rods up here? And then there's still the driving force. Not that much. We only got 4.
But that should give us enough space.
So
get a 6-inch piece of pipe and rock and roll.
Being that we have to do a lot of cutting and stuff, you want me to yank all this out?
Yeah, I guess we have to. My biggest problem here is time. When we're re-engineering something like this, there's always a lot of trial and error, and Richard's deadline doesn't leave much room for that.
Man, there's nothing I hate more than going backwards.
You know, no matter how many cars we build, it just irritates me more than anything. You know, the longer I do this, the more you'd think I'd be prepared for days like this. It's not the case. You know, when you're building stuff, and you get to a point where you feel like you've got, like, most of the car together. And it looks cool, and it sits right, and then you gotta take everything off, and then it goes back to being just some crap on top of jack stands, and you felt like you were almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me wanna just blow up. Whatever. Just rip it all out.
In 50 feet, turn right.
All right, all right, all right. So while the guys are doing whatever it is that they're doing with the hydraulics, I'm out here in sunny Scottsdale doing a little hydraulic mission of my own. When I was checking the old interwebs the other day, I found a pretty cool lowrider for sale, 64 Impala, very, very popular, and rolling on hydros. You know, in Gas Monkey fashion, I jumped a plane. Now, you guys might be wondering why I'm chasing down a traditional lowrider when Aaron is back at the garage building some fancy new one.
You have arrived at your destination.
Oh, yeah. Well, it just so happens that this one is being sold by the guy that owns one of my favorite bars. I mean, that's where me and Dennis go when we come to Barrett, kind of let our hair down and raise a little hell, if you will. Cool. I mean, this has got to be a good sign, right?
You Richard?
Yes, sir.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan, Richard Rawlings.
Nice to meet you.
This is my favorite place when I come to Scottsdale. Anyways, what's the story with your car? Because I saw it on the net for sale, and I'm interested.
Picked it up about 5 or 6 years ago as a one-owner car. It's been redone a little bit, but it needs a little bit extra work. My name is Ryan Hibbert. You know, when I bought the Impala, I wanted something I could cruise around in and do a little promo for El Jefe. But, you know, it's had its use, and now I'm looking to part ways with it. It's got some good work done to it, but it needs the Richard Rawlings touch.
Well, you know, the Richard Rawlings touch begins with getting it cheap. So, in first glance, this thing seems to be in pretty good shape. It's rolling on 13s with those lowrider spokey wheels. Paint and body's pretty nice. It's got a little scratch on the hood that needs to be repaired. It looks like a little crate motor.
It's got a rebuilt 350.
In general, this is a good-looking car. Interior's in pretty good shape. Let's check out the trunk. I'm like, hey, you know, pop the trunk. Let's look at the hydros. Oh, wow. I think we got a problem. This thing's set up on air.
Yeah, it's air compressed. It's got a little JBL.
I thought this was a hydro car.
Nope.
It looks like one. Holy cow. So there you go. I kind of peek way up under there, and there's an air tank and 2 air compressors. This car does not have hydros. It's got air ride. Holy cow. Aaron's gonna laugh at me on this because I really thought I was coming out to look at a hydro car. Brian, self-admittedly, flips tacos, not cars. Regular trailing arm set up. And he wasn't paying attention to what I was talking about. We just kind of got our wires crossed. Man, dude, I really thought I was coming to look at a hydro car. You know, in any other situation, I'd probably be saying adios about right now. But I'm standing next to a guy that owns one of my favorite bars in Scottsdale, and I really don't want to offend him, so what do you do? Can we take it for a ride?
Yeah, let's do it.
Super cool. Man, this thing is rad.
It's a great cruiser. Doesn't really get to do the burnouts though like you like.
Oh, dude, some cars aren't made for burnout. Some cars are just made for looking cool. So I get behind the wheel, and I gotta admit, even though it's not on hydros, it's a pretty nice car. This thing is freaking cool. And besides that, if you buy just a junker 64 Impala, it could be anywhere between 10 and 20 grand, and then you add all the work to it, it's a $35,000 car, $40,000 car. Gets down pretty low, too. I mean, this definitely could still be worth the trip out if I could get it for the right price. All right, well, I came all this way, so what's it gonna take? And how much is this thing gonna cost me?
I think I gotta get 30 grand for it, man. I really do.
Come on, you got your logo in the back, you already used it for marketing. So he hits me at 30K. Now, I gotta get him under 25 to make it work, so that means I gotta hit him even lower. It's gonna cost me a couple grand to get it home. The hood's gonna have to be redone. I don't know, 15 grand?
At 15, I can't do it.
Huh. Well, I hate to have come all this way for nothing.
I could probably do 22.
Man, I thought you were gonna say 25. I'll do 22.
Yeah?
It's done. Killer, man. So I told Aaron I was getting a hydro car. Not real sure what Aaron's gonna do about this. Probably just gonna laugh. Sure would like a cold beer right now, but I think I got it cheap enough that I can do something with it and make some money. And my plane doesn't leave till tomorrow. Those guys are back at the shop working. Beer assistance.
All right, anyone with free hand, come help me, please.
Look out ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure you want me steering?
Yeah, no. So Richard and Dennis picked up this rare pre-war 38 Mercedes the other day for something like 85 grand. It's a pretty cool car, actually, but it doesn't run, and Richard wants us to find out why.
He says the owner says the head gasket may be blown in the car. I don't know if that means he knows it's blown. So if you guys will, just go through it, check the fluids first, make sure we don't have any major problems, get underneath it, make sure nothing's missing. Okay. Main thing, just get it running, driving as soon as possible. He's got a lot of money in this car. We need to see if he spent it wisely or not.
All right.
Cool. All right, I'll leave you with it.
Okay. See what we got underneath the hood.
Anytime you're dealing with a foreign car this old, the main concern is finding parts, because they're not just lying around in junkyards like the American classics.
Fuel hose and filter for sure. Radiator hoses, belt. So it's all basic stuff we gotta get. Might as well check the gasket out, see what we've got.
The other problem is we know Chevys and Fords so well that we could practically take them apart with our eyes closed.
Can't get the head off. Something is still holding it.
But Mercedes, that's a different story.
Standing on the carburetor, is that bad? It is moving a lot more.
God dang it. Get it out.
Yay.
Watch it right here. You got it?
Yep, it's aluminum, light.
So we finally got the head off the engine and took our first look at the head gasket. This part is very critical because if it's not working properly, then we lose compression in the motor, and it is a compression engine, so...
Yeah, it's definitely showing some wear and tear.
This gasket is extremely rare, so we're gonna have it specially made and hope that solves the problem, because if it goes any deeper than this, we're in deep trouble.
I'm wondering if it's these areas on the head, if you look at them, how nasty and chewed up they are. Worst case scenario is if the head is bad, can we find one?
Guess we won't know until we can fire it up.
Coming up,
What's the dealio?
Richard hits a new low when he finds the Mercedes in the dumps.
Dadgummit.
Cool.
While Aaron's Cutlass plan is still up in the air.
It's taking a little longer.
Jeez, dude.
All right, so finally we're about to cut the very last spring seat, which is the part that drops over the hydraulic cylinder. You know, seems like it's just taking so long.
Man, this took forever.
Way cool. So while I was off in Arizona, Jason got a new head gasket for the pre-war Mercedes that Dennis and I picked up, and it should be running by now. According to Dennis, this thing is like a work of art. Now, what I'm looking for is some really rich art lover to take it off my hands. Jason! Hey, man. What's the dealio? I was expecting to hear this thing turn over.
Well, trust me, you do not want to get into this one.
We just put a head gasket on it and got everything else done. Points, plugs, cap, rotor.
Yeah, it looks the part, but as soon as we fired it up, white smoke the entire shop. Obviously, the motor is trashed. Unless you have someone that can build a Mercedes motor, I would suggest we just stick a fork in it, send it out the door.
Dadgummit. When Dennis and I bought this car for 85 grand, we figured we'd throw a few dollars at it, and then we'd make a few dollars when we sell it. But that kind of depended on it being a period-correct engine and a car that runs and drives. You know, the kind of thing a buyer's looking for. It's not advisable to drive it. It does kick through the gears, and it does have brakes.
Yeah, all that is true.
And it's more complete than it was when we got it, so.
It's true.
Really needed it to just at least run and drive.
It technically runs and drives. It's just not a pretty sight.
I can't sell on technicalities anymore, you know?
Yeah.
When I was young and flipping cars back in high school, maybe, but not anymore. I was really counting on this Mercedes to bring in some quick cash, and now I don't even know if I'm gonna break even. Dang it. I was really counting on this one. Has anybody seen Aaron? He better have better news for me.
This car from Scottsdale, Mater?
That's what they gave me.
That's cute.
How was the drive, Tow Mater?
It was all right. Wasn't too bad.
What'd you think, Aaron?
Oh, look at that pretty clean car, man.
The seller's like, yeah, man, you know, it's a great car. It's like the hydros work and all that stuff. It goes up and down. But then, well, take a look underneath.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about those hydros?
Well, they're different shape than mine. Those look like bags.
I know, man. We go out and pop the trunk, and I'm like, compressors, tank. And I'm like, oh, man.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think if we clean the car up and put a bigger set of wheels on it, I think it's completely passable, normal hot rod. I mean,
you know, eating humble pie is not my favorite kind of meal, but I gotta admit, Aaron was a little easy on me, which makes me kind of suspicious. Okay, well, all that aside, now that I don't have two cars on hydraulics like I was hoping to have, how are we doing on ours?
We're moving along. The biggest thing is, like, because I'm making something new or adapting something, it's taking a little longer.
Jeez, dude, but we still gotta paint it.
Yep, we'll get there.
So when we committed to this build, we committed to two things. Some fancy new smooth way of doing lowrider hydraulics, and it would have some really killer paint job that would just show the world that we arrived. And we still gotta go to paint. We're planning on putting, you know, all the colors and panels and lace and stuff. The problem is Aaron's taking so long on the hydraulic side of things that I don't think he's gonna leave enough time for KC. You know, the lowrider party is scheduled for next week, and it's gotta be done by then.
Sure, but look, truth of the matter is, I can't guarantee that it's gonna work flawlessly, because I have had no time to, you know, this is the test. You know, this is the first one. And so I've already had to make a couple adaptations.
Man, you're killing me. Right, Mater?
Uh-huh.
Whose bright idea was it to break into the lowrider market anyways? Yeah, it's mine. But you better nail the hydros on the Cutlass. We're really gonna look dumb.
Next week on Fast and Loud, the custom lowrider paint job puts KC's skills and patience to the test.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We got time for that.
Who wants to go racing?
And Richard gears up for another run at the big leagues.
This is one and done. We either win or we go home.
This must be what Dr. Frankenstein felt like.
Can Aaron ever get his lowrider pumped up? will Casey's paint job pass inspection? Or when the Gas Monkey Lowrider finally makes its debut,
I had a feeling I was going to catch a lot of hell on that.
will Richard be in for a letdown?
Woo!
And what's with Tony's new getup?
So damn!
2 টাকার বাদাম দেন।
কে?
2 টাকার বাদাম দেন।
2 টাকার বাদাম?
হ্যাঁ।
এই যে 2টা।
দে বেটা কি দিলি তুই?
2 টাকার বাদাম 2টাই হয়।
হেৎ 100 টাকার বাদাম দিবি তুই। আমার কি ফকির নি মনে হয়?
ঠিক আছে।
আরে বান্ধবী কেমন আছস? কতদিন পর দেখা। ভালো আছস?
আমি ভালো আছি, তুই কেমন আছিস?
আছি ভালোই। তোর মনটা এমন খারাপ লাগতেছে কেন? বাসার সবাই ভালো? কাকার শরীর ভালো আছে?
হ্যাঁ, ব্যক্তি ভালো আছে। দুলাভাই কই?
তোর দুলাভাই আছে ঘরে। আয় ঘরে।
না, অহনি জামুগা।
আরে যাবি মানে?
কি শালিকা? দুলাভাইয়ের সাথে দেখা না করে চলে যাবা? তুমি আমার একমাত্র শালিকা, আমি জামানটা না খেলে লোকে কি কইবো?
খামুনি দুলাভাই। হায়া, আমি তোর লেগে একটা খবর নিয়ে আইছি।
কি খবর?
রকেট ভাই আর
দেখ, মরা মানুষ নিয়ে কথা কইস না। একটা মানুষ মারা গেছে, তার কথা শুনলে মন খারাপ হয়। বাদ দে।
আরে হ্যাঁ, তো মরে নাই। গঞ্জে সুন্দর একটা মেয়ে না রিকশায় ঘুরতাছে আর হাওয়া খেতেছে।
কি কস না কস? একটা মানুষ মারা গেছে, দুবাই গিয়া রোড অ্যাক্সিডেন্টে মারা গেছে। হ্যাঁ নিয়ে এসব কথা কইছ না, কারে না কারে দেখছো শুধু।
আরে হ্যাঁ, তো বিদেশ যায় নাই। হ্যাঁ, তোর লগে বাটপারি করছে। মিথ্যা কথা কইয়া তোর কাছ থেকে টাকা লইছে।
চিন্তা করছো কত বড় বাটপার? এই বাটপারের লেগে তুমি বারবার মরতে চাও?
তুই নিজের চোখে দেখছো?
হ্যাঁ, আমি নিজের চোখে দেখছি। আর যে মেয়েটারে নিয়ে ঘুরতাছে হ্যাঁ তো তার নয়া প্রেমিকা।
আমার লগে কত বড় বাটপারি করছে। আমার বাইসে থেকে কি লাভ? আমি মরে যাবো।
আরে খারো, তুমি মরে যাবা গা। ওর শিক্ষাও দরকার। ওর শিক্ষা দেবো আমি। আও।
জীবনে ঝগড়া হবে, আবেগ থাকবে, ফ্যাচ ফ্যাচ করে কান্নাকাটি, ঠা ঠা করে হাসি ঠাট্টা, সময়ে অসময়ে হিলটন টু টুলটনে টি ব্রেক।
কি? হিলটন টুলটন?
টুলটন।
আপনার নামটা কিন্তু জানা হয়নি।
হিমু।
হুমায়ুন আহমেদের হিমু না তো?
হুমায়ুন আহমেদের হিমু মানে?
হলুদ পাঞ্জাবি পরে, কিন্তু পাঞ্জাবিতে পকেট নেই।
না না, আমার পাঞ্জাবি খুব একটা পছন্দ না, আর হলুদ কালারও আমার অপছন্দ।
হিমু কিন্তু মেসে থাকে।
ওইটা মিলে গেছে।
বেশিরভাগ সময় হাঁটে।
ওইটাও মিলে গেছে।
ভবঘুরে টাইপের।
আচ্ছা, ওইটাও মিলে গেছে।
টাকা আর বলা যাবে না।
কেন?
একের পর এক যদি এইভাবে মিলতে থাকে, তখন দেখা যাবে যেগুলো মিলছে না সেগুলো মেলানোর জন্য আপনি রাস্তা রাস্তায় হাঁটছেন, সাথে কুকুর হাঁটছে, আর পুলিশ এসে আপনাকে জেরা করছে।
কি বলে? হিমুর সাথে রাত বিরাতে কুকুর হাঁটে, পুলিশ জেরা করে? খুব ইন্টারেস্টিং।
এই জন্য তার বলা যাবে না।
বলেন, সমস্যা কি?
আপনি আসলে ধরা খেয়েছেন অন্য জায়গায়। এটা কোন জায়গায় জানেন? এই বিশ্বাসঘাতকতার দুনিয়ায় বিশ্বাস করে ধরাটা খেয়েছেন।
এখন আবার কে আইল?
ভাবিরে খুব লাভ করেন না। আপনার ভাবি দিচ্ছে কিরম করে যেন পূর্ণিমার আলো এসেছিল, এই আলো আর তখন বের হয়নি, বুঝতে পারিস?
ভবিষ্যতে যে কি হবে সেটা তার করতে পারতেছি না, কিন্তু আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে আমার বউটার আগের মতো নেই।
এত বছরে আপনার অ্যাকাউন্টে কোনো টাকাই জমা নেই।
এটা যে সুমন দিয়ে গেছে কেউ দেখেনি তো?
না পা আইসনে তো কালকে তোমার মালটা তো ঠিকই টের পাই যাবে।
বাসায় পাড়ার পক্ষে কোনো খাবার দাবার খাবেন না, যদিও বা খান খুব সাবধানে।
জান জান, আপার তো সব লাইনই নষ্ট।
আদারে টপকাই দেওয়ার সময় তোমরা লইতে পারি আমরা। তো আজকে মুরগির রস রান্না করছি, একটু দেখাই পুরা গেল কেন?
Có bé cấp 8 rồi à? Phạm nhanh phết đấy chứ. Năm S 1,7 S. Wow. Wow, wow. 1,9. Wow, wow, wow. Heavenly Beats. Claim. I'm claiming. Ép quét. Chiều chun phải làm ấy. claim gift này, claim bom auto delete tốt. Google Chrome, YouTube, yes sir. Amasa nhót. Pow. Revert to deal more damage. Fail. Succeed. Ngon. Equipment heavenly bit. 123 456 123 456. Mở thêm rồi, phải mở thêm rồi. Xí vào shop này. Trên lập hitting cũng biết này, double này. Let's go. Taxi mail. Bên trong tư. Một chú bé cá sấu á. Pick gì đánh nhau chú bé cá sấu đây? Chú bé rắc không? Chú bé mò được cái sơ đi. Một được cái sơ đi. Ok luôn. Cái này cả cái nào ta, cái này đi. Ok, mở trứng liên tục. Em đang ngủ say, em trong đêm thật dài, sao cho anh tồn tại. Lạnh quá ta. Hay dịu dàng lời thì thầm một ngào bên tai, ta mất nhau thật rồi em ơi. Ui, khỏe hơn rồi đấy. Auto race. Pop 800 này rồi. Chẳng cần vật chất, chẳng cần spotlight, bài cốt nhạc hòa cùng cây mic. Xa một vài câu ca, điều em mãi xí. Có lẽ giờ này em đã ngủ say, còn anh thì vẫn mang nỗi nhớ em trong đêm thật dài. Nếu em lý do cho anh tồn tại, lời thì thầm ngọt ngào bên tai. Liu World more cheese please. Em bé Zero tí quý vị ạ. Nhớ em trong từng tế bào. 79 rồi. Em từng đêm đến tận 20 lần. Bởi body farm nhiều lính hơn mình rồi, body farm dễ hơn mà. Không trúng kìa. Nhọn. Pha một tí sốc phát mày đi. Mày cứ đứng ấy. Tí một phát mày đi luôn. Em sai. Mid no HP, mid no HP. Nó sợ. Tí phạt xong mid á, bay game. Wow, sao? Bắn trúng rồi. Một đi. Đơn trong vali. Thằng đánh hèn vậy. Mày pha xong bay game, ok. Chết rồi. Chết ạ. Nhìn 6 ạ. Nó đi 5 money break.